today?
Yeah, same. How you feeling?
I'm feeling full and happy.
Ah, yes, yes. I'm feeling satisfied as a chef.
Yes, and so you should be. Black bean chili with salsa and cilantro, ferments, and guacamole with jalapeno
Homemade.
was all fabulous, along with the sprouted crackers with fresh garlic. That's right. 5 stars.
Yeah.
And to the kitchen staff.
Shout out to Diane on guac today. That's right. Uh, LaOta's grandson said, "This is the best guac I had." I said, "You hear that, Diane? Best guac ever." Yeah, so as usual, sharing our delight with you all and feeling really good. So as you all roll in, just a heads up for you all, we got some announcements. But before we get into our announcements, our topic today is the card pull truth. And this is brewed for the throat chakra. Call for the truth so that you may be free. And just a heads up for anyone who's new chiming in and you're wondering, what are we talking about? What are we getting into? One of the things we've shifted into is working with the Call for the Truth divination cards here. These were produced by LaOta to accompany her Call for the Truth book. And we're pulling a card for the live session weekly to discuss it and some of these surrounding understandings in our day-to-day experience and how may we embody the truth that's in these cards. And literally, we're getting truth today.
Yes.
And it's a lot of lying being peeled back,
That's
a
right.
lot of truth rising up to the surface
That's right.
on all dimensional levels.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right, so we'll dive into some announcements. You're like, save it, T, save it for when we get into it. I appreciate it. All right, so updates. Anyone looking to take the Quantum Light Property Clearing class? If so, the upcoming prerequisite DNA activation and healing reconnection is coming up next week, Thursday. This is a 3-day class. It's held consecutively on Thursday. And we are doing the reconnective process here out of the sun, reconnecting the severed etheric portion of your DNA to tap into more of your dimensional self. And this prerequisite is required for property clearing because when we move into properties, we are clearing non-locally. So we got to be in tune with that aspect of ourselves. However, for those who are joining the class, being that it's a 3-day class, first day we're focused on the activation and reconnection portion. So it is more of a meditative sit, lay back, relax. Day 2 and 3, we're deep diving into the understandings of replication of the DNA, how to sustain a higher vibratory field so that replication can take place. What is replication and how that correlates with your light body and the ascension or ascension process. And so for those who are looking to return for a healing audit, sign up for day 1 because that's where it's happening. So we welcome you all back and looking forward to joining you all. You got any thoughts on this before we shift?
I think it's so interesting that at this particular time, where so many things are being released, that the understory is the undertow is that all the things that people didn't believe to be true, all the things they thought were conspiracy theories, all the things they thought people were crazy, now have been made to be shown to be true. And along with that comes the other understandings of our multidimensional nature. So along with the truth that's been released that's heinous and against humanity, flowing under it is the truth that we are multidimensional beings who have only have 2 strands of DNA and have been tampered with. So everyone who thought that was, fantasy and conspiracy, they have an opportunity now to have more of the truth, to swallow a little bit more of the reality, because along with all of these terrible things comes the truth that was always there and ignored, which allowed the terrible things to take place.
Most certainly. We are in such a beautiful time to seize and take advantage of this. So it often feels like we're going through a birthing process, and this idea of contractions and, ooh, It's a little chaotic right now. About to give birth to something. Humanity is truly about to be birthed out of this darkness into the light, and this is kind of what it looks like. So things must deconstruct for the new to come forth, and again, these understandings is just. You often say, "What a time to be alive," It's perspective.
It really is. If only we understood who we were, what we're here for, and what each of us contributes by our expansion of consciousness, if we allow ourselves to believe more than what we've been fed, to expand a little further than the box that we've been put in, to grow beyond the education that we had, to be willing to defy what makes us small. If we could just do that, if we could just get with that, the rest would become clear. So I'm excited about our topic today.
Oh gosh, I am like trying to hold myself back because I want to engage with what you're saying right now. But now, Tarvars. I really needed the moment to pull back. Okay, so again, join us in the DNA activation. Yes, yes, yes to everything that you said, and then some. So also, this month, you can also catch us with Light Body Movement. For those who are looking to be part of the community, how can I, if you're wondering, like, how can I touch and be a part and rub elbows or be in the same space, at least virtually, with Other Sun, join the Light Body Movement. Light Body Movement is a group activation where every first, second, third, and fourth Sunday, we are 30 plus getting together to activate the energy centers. And this is a wonderful process because not only do you have access to the group energy, but also opportunity to bring forth questions and insights, share your experience that you're having from your activations. Each session, each energy center is focused on each month. So for example, we are currently in the solar plexus, activating our inner sun. And what does that mean to embody light? To actually identify as a solar being with solar tech. A lot of what we've been speaking about in the last few months is shifting identity. And this whole shift that we're seeing on the planet requires us to identify differently. Even like what you were saying earlier, I'm not going to go too deep into it. But you said something along the lines of choose to eat beyond what you've been fed. In terms of what we've been consuming mentally, emotionally, the stories and the narratives. And what we're choosing is to identify as the greatest source of light that we have in reference with our physical eyes, the sun, embody that light, and that is in us. So we'll be activating together, and it's only $45 a month. And you will also have access to several months of activations. This is our second phase of going through the light body. We do this because it's required. We live in such a dense environment. We got to keep pulsing, got to keep pulling in light. But the activations, it's immense when we're in this group energy, where again, we can bring forth or into the forefront this greater truth. How everyone's like, yeah, I'm light. What does that mean? What does that look like? Do you see that when you show up? Can you see how your light's influencing you? And this is what we're teaching within the light body. You have any thoughts on this, LaOta?
Oh, so much.
I know, right? It's like, when are we going to get to that podcast? I don't know.
Are we still in announcements?
Yes, they're so robust. And it's such good vibes.
Yes, there's so much to say. I'll just point to this, that the Epstein files just dropped as we, on the 1st of February, entered the solar plexus. So what we open our eyes and look out and see is a reflection of a dark, horrible, terrible experience that most of us didn't know we were having. And the ones of us who did may have done something about it. We may be actively working on that. However, the solar plexus is the active reality of the technology that we are, that is and ingests the sun and then shines it back out. So isn't it interesting that just as this is released, we move into solar plexus. So we get to be the sun that will shine the reality we want to live, instead of the reflection of the mimic of the anti-life is showing us. It's showing us the worst of the worst of the worst. But it does not have to be our reality. And we were not born for this to remain our reality. we are the ones who are here to not be here for that. So we're going to activate the light body that was our original blueprint, that was the divine design that has been absconded and stolen from us. And instead, the way we were designed was to shine, and then the shine would produce the reality, not that the garbage that we look at produces our reality. That's the mimic of the anti-life twisting things around.
That part.
Yeah, so I know we're in announcements.
So join Light Body Movement with us and embody light and shine on the world. Don't be a little light, be a big light. All right. By the way, for anyone who wants to sign up, go to the homepage of upasun.com. You can sign up. Actually, it's in the description as well. There's a link for it also.
So you need to get some of that get right light.
Get right light. Might have to make a shirt or something. Because
Get right light. You got to get right light. You got to know your light so you can go get some of that get right light. Because our world needs some get right light.
She's been saying this for the last week. She's been around. She's like, oh, they need some get right light. Need some get right light. All right, so in other news, dun, 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 we have Diane of the Sun, Inlakesh Studio One franchisee owner. You can catch her in high frequency living with her weekly meditations on Wednesdays. She just had one yesterday, 12 noon. And she had a guest, which I got a little announcement about, Stephanie Miller, shaman Stephanie Miller. And so every Wednesday throughout the month, you can join Diane for a midday meditation to bump yourself up in elevation. We know it's needed. It's required. A little check-in is nice. Gas up right quick, energetically. And you can also catch her on Fridays, first Friday of the month, Evolutionary Book Club. This Friday, 7 p.m., she's going to be going into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I'll be joining her as a guest host, and we're going to have a great time. And again, we're speaking about light. That book is pretty much entailing Thoth's journey from the darkness into the light and his insatiable thirst to embody the light and the corresponding chakras and what that means with light body movement within Of a Sun. Thoth is an ally of a Sun. We are literally doing light body. The book literally references several times over of the sun, people of the sun, children of the sun, man of the sun. And so why not?
Tarvars of the Sun.
Tarvars of the Sun, you know. That's right. Let them know. So if you're looking to join us, we're going to have a great time. And you can also go to our website, inlakeshstudio1.com, to sign up as well. But again, it's going to be on the live stream here. What's that?
Of the Sun website.
Avasun.com. Diane's here. She's like, hey, don't forget Of a Sun. Visit Of a Sun. All right. Also, every second, third, and fourth Friday, she's working with the Call for the Truth Divination cards, doing a group card pool at 7 p.m. So you can join her for, again, perspective in life. We're looking for truth, and these cards are so on point and timely for us in our journeys. But then also, she's often having guests. So some of you all who are really in the field, who are working with Of a Sun, rubbing elbows, message her if you feel inclined to jumping in. And we've had many, and all of them have been great and a value add, and we appreciate you all. Also, I see there's a number of you all joining in. Welcome, people. The group is getting bigger. We're almost wrapping up with our announcements. Just for you all to know, our topic today is truth. Call for the truth so that you may be free. And so just two more announcements, and then we're going to deep dive into our topic. So actually three. Also, if you're looking to get tutoring, Lauren Of a Sun does tutoring. If you are a student with Of a Sun and you need a little bit more hand holding, which is okay. Come on, walk with me, baby. If you need some assistance with whether it be calibration, quantum light property clearing, soul translation, Lauren Of a Sun is very astute, and she is a very astute calibrator when it comes to calculating and calibrating the truth, specifically within these modalities. So it's a very affordable $25 per hour working with her, and you can sign up on the website. Just do a search, tutoring, and she'll pop up. Or you can contact us at by email, contact@ofthesun.com. for questions. And then I also want to give an announcement to one of our newest members of our team here,
Yay.
presenting shamanic services on behalf of the Sun.
Yay.
May I read this bio?
Yes.
I'm going to read this bio. I got your bio. So, Stephanie Miller, also known as Shaman Stephanie, she is a shamanic healer. I'm going to read this bio here. I am a shamanic practitioner and intuitive healer who creates transformative group experiences, blending ancient wisdom with modern neuroscience. With intuition, training, and certification from the Sangha Transformational School of Healing Arts, my work as a Sophia Circle leader and of the Sun certified quantum light property clearer, I weave multiple healing modalities into a cohesive, accessible framework, drawing from my path as a shaman and priestess with initiations across multiple lineages. So I'm going to keep it there because it's a little robust. However, we are happy to announce that we will have Shaman Stephanie offering shamanic healing services under the umbrella of the Sun. And she has worked with us for quite some time. As you've heard, she's a quantum light property clearer. LaOta started off as a shaman. She's no longer focused in the shaman way. However, still has respect and reverence and sees its place. And so, welcome, Stephanie.
We are allied with the ancient shamans, and we welcome having another shaman join us.
Yes.
She will be teaching medicine wheel as well as doing services such as soul retrieval and power animal. And it's very exciting to have her on board. We are thankful. Yes.
And lastly, LaOta of the Sun. She's bringing back Soul Translation class in the month of March. Second, third, and fourth Tuesday of the month. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And you can join her in the next phase of Soul Translation, which is Freedom Release Technique, reclaiming your sovereignty. And the idea is that throughout our life, there are so many moments of interaction where we are giving of our life force, giving of little aspects of ourselves and not thinking much of it, whether it's through vows we've taken, saying pledges, and allegiating your life force to a country who don't care nothing about you, signing contracts and agreements, credit card, giving it out to mom, dad, brother, sister, lover, friend, coworker, banking institutions, you name it. Signing user agreements to use that app that you don't want to use, but you know you can't use it unless you sign and agree. There are so many ways in which we give of our life force, and it adds up over time. And then we look around, well, why I feel so like I don't got all of me, feeling fragmented and incomplete. So this process, she takes us step by step to reclaim that through the many facets of our reality, our life experiences, and call that back in. Bring all that power back into this now moment so we can be who we were designed to be. So you got any additional thoughts before we conclude?
Anyone who's interested in this class, begin now by making a list of every school you went to. Begin now by making list of every allegiance you ever pledged. Girl Scouts, to the flag, whatever it is. At any point when someone said you needed to take an oath or make a pledge or a vow for death do you part, those are all things that you may want to let go of because you may not have thought that through all the way.
Yeah.
Maybe
just be in the moment, just okay, I guess.
Yeah, you may not have, and the user agreements, every airline ticket you ever bought, every ski ticket, all of these things have a way of taking fractional portions of you away, and you live long enough, you may be tired and exhausted from something that's been going on since you were 2 in nursery school, when you were being taught to give up your allegiance, when you were being taught different things in your life. Those things that you're ready to call back your power from, and it's up to you. If you want that power back, join me in March. Let's get that power back.
Let's get that power back, what she said. Give me back my power.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, everybody. We're done with announcements. All right, so thank you all for joining. We got a robust group, just in honor of the time, because the announcements were super robust this morning. It went a little lengthy, so We're gonna pull back from shouting out everybody, but I see you all. I see you all. This robust group today. So thank you all for joining us. Honor, respect, and gratitude. So we're gonna dive into it again. For those who may not recall, today's card pull is the theme: truth. Call for the truth so that you may be free. And anything less than the truth is bondage. I titled the thumbnail or the description, "We've been lied to. Call for the truth now." And primarily because there's a lot happening. We don't have to go into all the details because I know you all know it's all over social media everywhere. But the idea of like humanity's waking up. We're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was what was going on. And so what's happening with our government, what's happening within the politicians, you can even say institutions with food, all over. And you may even be noticing this take place within your immediate life, within arm's reach, where it's like, oh my gosh, you're not who I thought you was. And then like seeing the real, what the truth is, and the lie peel away the mask. So in essence, what I'm saying is I'm seeing that humanity is experiencing this dimensional experience of truth being revealed now in intense levels than ever before. I thought we were getting truth in 2000 and 2012 and 2020, 2016, but the truth just keep on pulsing and rolling out. So, LaOta, where would you like to start with? I feel silly for asking that.
Well, I have a thought I'd like to
Yes.
share based on what the card pull is today. We have been calling for the truth relentlessly for decades because we cannot build on top of what the stinky pile is. The world is a stinky pile,
Yeah.
and it's smelling and rotting and decaying. We can't build a world that humans can exist on. So we have been calling for this. So we join with all of you who have wanted a more truthful existence from your lovers, your parents, your friends, your schools, your organizations, your jobs. We have all together made this happen. This didn't happen by itself. This happened because humanity caught the drift of calling for the truth. So if your child lied to you and you thought, I just want my children to be the truth, you called for the truth. If your parents told you, that rabbits lay eggs.
Yes, they did. They had us hunting for fake eggs too.
Or there was a fat man coming down the chimney.
We didn't have no chimney, but they still fed us the lie, LaOta. It's deep.
I mean, these are classic examples, but everything about our experience has not been truthful.
No.
So at whatever point, we ate a grape and realized it was one of the dirtiest fruits available to humanity. It's in the dirty dozen. It's the top one in the dirty dozen. Our fruit had been obfuscated and poisoned. Our children have been taken by computer and their minds have been raped. Our responsibility to our masculine and our feminine aspects has been misused. Everything has been a lie. So calling for the truth can only make us better. However, it is our responsibility as humanity. We are the responsible party. It is not a they. It is not a them, or they're going to do it, or they're going to prosecute them, or they're going to get them, or they're going to... It's none of that. And then when we get to that moment that we will not do what is not the truth, that's when the whole world will change in an instance. It's not necessary that there be a war. There is an aspect of all of us being in agreement that will make the entire world in agreement. Critical mass is true. It's not a conspiracy theory. Critical mass can take place if we all decide it's worth it rather than continue down this path of savagery that there's only extinction at the end of that. There is no breathing the air that's full of aluminum and plastic. There's no breathing, eating, or drinking the water that is filthy. There is no limousine at the end of this. There's no airplane at the end of this. It's only extinction.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's several different things that you said, but I want to take it, focusing more on the card. Anything less than the truth is bondage. Would you speak on that, especially in the examples that you gave about how we are waiting for someone else to do something on our behalves? That's a lie. You know, we often talk about we're the ones, you're the one you're waiting for. You know, fight for your own existence. No, I want them to fight for me. I want, you know, the angels fight for me, or God, or Jesus, or whoever, or government, Trump, whatever. No, like, we're the ones, like, that lie. I can see bondage with that in any shape or form. Not even the larger social issues and global issues, more like even within arm's reach. Wanting somebody to do the thing that you don't want to do, like, the greater truth of how we were designed and what has happened to us, as you spoke about, like, something has happened to us. We have been inundated with the lie that has shifted our perspective of what we're capable of and subjugated to certain realities. Would you speak about the idea of bondage and breaking free with the truth?
So you're making me remember a radio show I was on many years ago. I think you were around at that time, and we were
Blog
talking.
Talk Radio?
Yes,
Yeah.
Blog Talk Radio.
Soul Solutions.
Yes, Soul Solutions. And we were talking about, the person that was on the call with me was talking about the rapture and how they were, very dedicated to the rapture. There's been many absent raptures since then, but this was...
Yeah, we just had a rapture a couple of months ago.
It was an absent rapture, but...
Everybody was still here.
But the rapture was absent.
Apparently. That's another subject about escapism, but please continue.
Well, it's really tied into the question you're asking. So the person was saying, I'm going to be raptured because that's what I've been taught in my educational process, through whether she's learning on social media or in a church, wherever she's learning this. So she's like, why? You're saying to me that I need to be correct? I don't need to be correct. I'm about to be raptured. I don't need to clean up. I don't need to stop drinking, partying, smoking. I'm about to be raptured.
Right over here. Any minute.
Yeah, like, I can party to the end. Because my understanding is I have no responsibility in seeking something greater in my experience, because I'm at the point I like. I've got Dunkin' Donuts and coffee, and I got whatever it is I want. And I recall sharing with her, well, what happens if you never clean up your bathroom? Like, ever. Like, you live there 10 years and you never clean up the bathroom. You never consider washing out your washcloth. You never consider cleaning the sink. You never consider doing any of the things that would make things clean and safe for you. And the same in the kitchen. What if you never washed a dish? What if you just had piles and piles of pizza boxes with pizza in them laying around, and you never cleaned anything, and everything that fell on the floor just stayed on the floor? That's the world we live in. That's the toilet and the kitchen. That's the world we live in. And if you're thinking, well, I can just get another box of pizza because the rapture's coming. Like, if there's enough room for me to slide one more up there near the ceiling where the last stack of boxes. So this is where we find ourselves. We find ourselves in a moment where the truth requires responsibility. The truth demands us to be accountable. It requires us to do something. It's not the word is not passive.
Not just any moment now. They should be taking action. Trust the plan.
Yeah, I wonder if my clothes are going to fall down while my body goes.
You trying to get me started, huh? You trying to get me...
Well, the other part is
I not do it, LaOta.
do the people who are raptured, you know that you didn't clean your bathroom? Do they know that they're about to bring a non-bathroom cleaning person to wherever the rapture is?
See, that's a whole nother story that...
But it's actually not. It's the same story. It's this idea of trying to outsource our experience by wanting to stay slack, wanting to not be responsible, and outsource your talk about conspiracy theory, the conspiracy theory that somebody else wants you when you're trifling.
They gonna take my dirty clothes, dirty drawers, having no cleaning bathroom self.
Now they're waiting for you, baby.
The shine. Okay, all right. So you're taking it to what I saw in my mind. There, I see what's happening when we do this is we are refusing to be the thing that we want. It's like we will sit here and be like, I want somebody to save me, but I'm not willing to save me.
When you defy that you are created by a creator and source creation lives within you and that light requires something of you, yeah. Then you get the rapture. That's what you get. It is required of us to be what we are. How is it that logic, reason, even in a world where we know that visually we only see 0.000.4 of the light spectrum that when we open our eyes, and that all of our science and education is built upon that.
The lie.
No, that we are blind, that we can't see anything, and that our space is filled up with all manner of things.
See, but even in our blindness, they be lying. They be filling in the gaps like, oh, ignore that. We can't quantify. Don't look at that.
That's when something squeaks through. But if we consider that our DNA is not connected, we got 2 strands of 12. That is
syndrome.
not a good, you got 12 or something, and then you reduce it to 2. That's not good odds.
You got $12, now you got $2. Not a lot you can do with that. I hope that takes it. People like money.
So I'm more trying to show this idea that the truth is related to our willingness to respond. You cannot apprehend the truth if you are unwilling and in defiance of what you are. If you're unwilling, if logic and reason, if you believe in God, but you believe that God made you, but you don't believe that God requires anything, that divinity within you requires you to be the truth, that's a conundrum. What do you do with that?
Yeah, it's a weird and
then all of your science is based around the fact that you can't see. You are blind to most of what's in your reality, and you don't even know what's on your planet, or beneath it, or above it.
So could one say the truth helps you see?
The pursuit of truth is desirable, because the pursuit of truth pushes you further into being able to wonder what that is. Let me get a little closer. So the pursuit of truth is where the gold is. Let me see. So these things that are coming out, if you feel like you shouldn't be looking at them, no, look at them. Turn them over, look on every page, read the footnotes. Decide, this is not the world I want to live in. Choose to see a different truth. You are the sun that shines and makes the reflection. What we are seeing is the reflection of what has happened in the world, not the shine of the light that we are, because we're walking around dark as night. Meaning we're not shining light because we're so comfortable. We're so like, I won't be raptured. Any minute.
Well, there's multiple raptures out there.
Yes.
Or things that correspond with it. Really, I'm speaking about the waiting for someone else to save you. And
I'm speaking about the same thing. That's how I'm referencing that is someone saves you and then they get you. Okay, then what? What if you get saved and then they have you in all your glory?
And then what? This is why This is why you got to do for self. But I see where it's there's a balance in it. Where, well, let me actually take it. I had another question for you. Would you share with us why is it so hard for us to embody truth? Why is it so hard for people to speak truthfully? And I'm talking about like even in the most smallest ways, because I can see where the inundation of the lie and our incapacity to speak truth is on like the smallest of levels. Hey, did you do the thing that I asked you? Yeah, and he's like, no, you didn't. Like, or someone just omitting information. So like, there's a lot of little ways where we are just afraid of the truth. We've been conditioned to be afraid. Why is that
We
so?
are the lie. We have become the lie that has inundated us. We have swallowed it. We, it now owns us. The lie has existed through all of our lineage. We have been fed the lie through all of our institutions. We are being fed the lie in our food. We're drinking the lie. We're watching the TV, that's the lie. None of
And we
what
wearing the lie.
we've been wearing the lie.
Classic.
So we have the lie is alive within us. So you ask me a
Lie,
question and I'm
lie,
full
lie,
of
lie.
lie. What do you think you're going to get?
It's like, man, you're going to get, all right, so lie plus lie divided by lie. Carry the
However,
lie
the
equals lie.
solution is that you are greater than the lie. All you have to do is say, I don't want it. You don't own me. Get away from me. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm willing to do the thing that would bring me to the truth because the truth is greater than the lie.
Would you speak about people moving into acceptance of the truth? Because I see that in our process of seeking the truth, there's this confrontation. The truth bumps up against the lie. And depending on how tightly we're holding on to the lie, which could look like a lot of things, where there's certain foods that we've eaten and we're like, oh, dang, I can't eat that no more. Or the truth of what's been happening with this food, it comes out. Or other belief systems about government or spiritual beliefs, or even characteristics and the belief systems that we carry. Like, how does one deal with the inner conflict and moving into acceptance?
You know, I have been through it myself where my BS, my belief system about something was hidden from me. And I spent decades living a belief system that I didn't know was against me. And then once I've, broken through enough, walls, I begin to see it, and it is shocking, and it is kind of internally shattering.
Yeah.
However, you're greater for it because now you're in the reality of what actually is. In my case, it was about relationships and how I thought about relationships and relationships with the divinity of the divine feminine and divine masculine, and things I held to be true that were not true, but I was living my life that way, and I'm not even sure where they came from. I'm not even sure if it passed down through the lineage. I'm not sure if other people communicated. I could not point to where it came from, but it was devastating because it meant that I was giving my whole life force over to a system that was not the truth. And I could have lived and died and never seen that, as I'm sure my ancestors had. So that clarity, you could die stupid and not aware, helped me. It's like, oh, let me look at this. Yes, this hurts my feelings a little bit, and I might drop a tear or two, but let's get up and get going. I'm like, for real.
Yeah.
That's like how I have encountered it. And it hasn't happened once. It's happened many, many, many times where I have a hidden thought pattern that is not in my best interest, but is in the best interest of someone else. That I don't know where it came from, but it's in me, and I'm acting it out, and I'm like right in the middle of, and I'm like, oh, look at you, girl. Feeding the beast.
Yeah.
You about to feed the beast. The beast's about to eat you. And then you're like, I escaped the beast. I'll get over my disappointment with myself.
Yeah. We'll live to fight another day.
So I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes total sense, and you literally spoke to it. You spoke to it on multiple levels, but really where I was hitting to where we are going through things and we live experiences, and at some point we start waking up to, oh no, and then there's literally the shell shock of the confronting the truth, and will you accept it or will you release
So
or hold on
important.
to the lie?
It's so important. The trial and error of living as humanity on the earth plane at this time requires you to forgive yourself first. I mean, before you start forgiving a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Put yourself first in line.
I agree.
And like, I forgive myself. And then it requires us to not want to punish ourselves for whatever the extenuating circumstances are, because we have to remember we are eternal. We can start over right now and still be forever. I love that. I love that. It's like, yeah, the trial and error, I did wrong, I didn't know I did wrong, I'm clear now, let's start over again. Universe, can we do a do-over?
Got extra lives.
Yeah,
Like a
like,
video game.
I'm eternal, right? So if I start over, it's forever? Okay, let's do that.
But what if you want to just win the game and not have to start over? How many times I died and came back to do this?
There is
I'm
no
trying
death.
to get it right,
There is
LaOta.
no death. There is no death. Get over it. The best you can do is a reconciliation to zero.
I'll take
Reset
that.
the game.
I'll take that.
Reset the game and recognize that that's the point of living on earth, is so that you can mature and give yourself a bit of grace. And then if you have some left over, make it available for others. Give them a little grace too.
Yeah.
And I really feel like that's a solution to the human conundrum of shame and hate of self and abuse to self and not loving self. It's like, reset to zero, let's start over.
I want to ask you one more thing before we go to commercial break. And then after commercial break, we're going to go to some of those comments. We see you all lit up in the chat, and thank you again for being with us.
Yes.
So I find it important, I've seen in my journey, hoarding of truth, getting information, but what happens when you don't take action on the truth that you receive?
Ooh,
What
you a
happens when-
secret society.
Yeah, right?
you in your bedroom with your flashlight, just you and your secret flashlight
Right,
society.
like it's dark and then you flash the light, that visual.
There's no such thing as hoarding the truth. The truth itself encourages you to move. So if you have not moved, you have not yet gotten the truth.
Ooh, that's
You
that
are
takes us
compelled. When the truth hits you at the deepest level, you're compelled to say something, do something, be more.
so if there is not
You can be
inspired
stretching. You can be
yes,
stretching.
break this down. Like,
Yeah, you can be stretching. I'm stretching for the truth. I'm stretching for the truth. You can be stretching for the truth, but once it hits, you are compelled by the nature of the word itself and what it does to your DNA to do some action that makes yourself better, greater in the world at large. It's the nature of truth. Otherwise, it's something less than that.
that part. I think this is definitely something to digest and assimilate, to marinate on, because I'm looking at not only the world stepping into deeper levels of truth and understanding, literally the stretching, like, oh, we seeing what we have not seen before, but still not quite enough to take action, not quite enough to be inspired to move differently than the behavior that has been influenced by the lie.
All the souls are not at the same level of growth and development.
Of course not.
And the ones who come online first, it's our responsibility to engage, inspire, and even seduce others towards what is true.
Yeah, come on, get some of this truth. It look good, don't it? It look good.
Yeah, like
Get
how
you
is
some.
truth looking on you? Truth's looking good on you. So that encourages another person. Well, I want to wear some of that truth too.
Yeah.
And so then you wear it with the proper dignity and honor, and then it encourages others to want some. They become inspired for the truth. And then they're at varying levels of their matriculation towards it. And then there will always be those who would rather hold on to what they're used to.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That will go where it goes.
This is beautiful.
It's not your concern.
Yeah, stay free.
Mm-hmm.
This is beautiful. I'm seeing, like zooming out in the macro to see what's happening down there with us and how it's really making me think about how important it is to recognize who and what we are in the context of our reality. Like I can see like at this time, like the embodiment, each person stretching to be more of the truth, it supports the field of truth. Stuff ripples through. I feel like this is the greater truth that they have suppressed from us, like making us think that we're nothing, making us think that we have no influence, when in reality they've been using that same mental, emotional energy and power to keep us within the line.
It's like, if you think, this is such a good example, think about the business attire of men. So they all wear a shirt, a jacket, a pair of pants, and a long tie that they can be hung by if necessary. Yeah, if necessary. Yeah. A little reminder. Mm-hmm. We can tighten that. And it's a little reminder, we can tighten that knot if you don't act right. So then you show up at the job looking real circus, looking real free.
You know, I was in the business world. May I share? Yes. My top and my bottom coat didn't match. I was like, nah, I want these tweeted pants, gray pants with this tweeted brown coat. No tie today. Handkerchief in the pocket.
So when you show up out of uniform, so to say, not because it's not that they have a dress code, but it's understood. It's understood. Business attire is understood how you should arrive at a place, and when you don't, the mob thinks against you.
So,
so like everybody in their cubicles is thinking, who's he think he is? Coming in here with that plaid pant and that unmatching plaid jacket. He don't understand business attire.
No, I don't. No comprehende. No comprehende.
Tarvars, we're not there.
All right. I'm turning up. I'm back there. I'm like, no, I ain't wearing no tie. I'm free. That's because I was getting DNA activated. It's a real story. Please continue.
So what happens is whether you do it in church or whether you do it at work or whether you do it in school, the mob, if you don't conform, if you don't fit in the box, the mob, whether it's your family or the teachers or the church or whatever it is, will come against you first through their thought. They'll all sit and think, how come he's not doing what we're doing? Who does he think he is? He thinks he's free. Well, we all in prison. We need to get him in prison. He gonna just wander off free in the land of the slaves? That ain't gonna work.
Male Harriet Tubman out here.
Yeah.
I'm about to...
You are so there.
Yeah. It's like, I'm over it. You all get you some of this. Get free. Break the status quo. Be the truth of who you are. We need, the planet requires it. Humanity requires it.
So, the idea is that the truth compels you to act outside of slavery. Internal slavery, and then the slavery where you're afraid of what somebody else thinks. Like, I'm not afraid of what you think. The person's looking at you like, and then my thought is, I'm not afraid of what you think.
I'm so playful with that. Before we go to break, could you take us into how does one move into that space? Because it feels like it could be easier said than done for a person who has lived a life of the live. The opinions of the outside world has more weight than their own thoughts.
What I have found through my own matriculation of living the world is to not value what they have. If I don't value the job, I don't care what you think. If I don't value your opinion about what I'm wearing, I'm good.
Damn, so you're saying like there's like a unconscious give me what you got. or see me or something.
Well, what happens is that everyone assumes if you get to the prestigious university or you get this prestigious job, or they figure you are already sold. You've already swallowed the poison. But if you show up because you got it like that and you don't care, the board is flipped over.
Yeah.
It's like, what can you do? What can they do to somebody who doesn't care what they think or what the position is? So it's moving into this thing of only value what is real and sacred. Honor self. Honor self. Like, I will honor me if you don't. It's okay. Like, whether that's in a personal relationship with a lover, it's like, oh, you're not honoring me? That's okay. I got enough honor for both of us.
That's right. Somebody use that. Yeah. Pull that out if you got to.
Yeah, I got enough for both of us. You are dismissed. You
Jaja.
may
What?
leave. What you think has expired. Your what you think about what I did, value expired. So it is this not thinking others so much greater than you, institution, banking systems, religions, family, whatever it is that you owe, that you have given allegiance to, that now feels it can punish you if you don't conform. The only way to be free is to not care. And the only way to not, that is to not give it value. Like, they have no more value than you have. And that's something humanity struggles with. We want everyone to look at us and be as enthralled with us as we are in our own mirror with our camera, taking our selfies. Yeah.
Busting out the duck. Stop that. Oh, never mind. You're free to do what you want. Excuse me. I'm not going to do no
Did I answer that?
You did. Thank you thoroughly. Let's go to break because we're a little over time, but there's a lot of comments popping up in the chat, and we want to make sure we get to you all. But hang tight. We have our sponsor of our podcast, LaOta. And if anyone's interested in wealth management, assets protection, and various levels of investment, specifically into gold, because that's one of the best things that's backed up and supported. That's what's real. That's what's sacred. And I value that. Visit the LaOta.com website. So we'll go ahead and play this commercial. It'll be about 50 seconds, and we'll be right back. Hang tight. We'll see you soon.
It's the most dangerous place to keep your money right now, and I'll prove it in 60 seconds. Most people think banks are safe. They believe their deposits are sitting in a vault with their name on it. But here's the truth. The moment you hand money to the bank, it's no longer yours. Legally, you're a creditor. And in a crisis, creditors are paid last, if at all. Banks don't protect your money. They use it, they lend it, they leverage it, and gamble it. If their bets go bad, you carry the risk. And if inflation rises, your safe savings lose. They lose value every single year. That's why millionaires don't park cash in banks. They park cash in assets. History proves it. Cyprus 2013, deposits frozen, savers lost billions. Argentina, Venezuela, Turkey, currencies collapse, savings evaporated. Even in the US, over 500 banks failed since 2008. And yet, central banks themselves are quietly stacking gold at record levels. Why? Because they know the real safety lies. Because they know where the real safety lies. So here's how you protect yourself. Keep only what you need for daily liquidity in the bank. Move the rest into assets that can't be frozen or printed. Things like gold, real estate, and private equity. Build a reserve outside the system so you own your money, not rent it. Start now, because the riskiest place to keep wealth is where everyone else feels safe.
All right. Visit LaOtaInc.com for more. And so we send honor, respect, and gratitude to Alex in Dubai. We appreciate you. Honor, respect, and gratitude. All right, so we're back, and we got a couple more people who chimed in. So welcome, everyone. And we're talking about truth today, and there's a lot of comments here, and I don't even know where to start. We'll just start from the bottom and raise ourselves all the way up. How about that? Gina's here. She says, I ended up getting fired for speaking up about the treatment of the babies by one of the other employees and wouldn't hush up about it.
Good for you.
There's a little more to this I'm trying to share. My boss mentioned making a safe word if she was getting ugly. And I can't tell you how many stories I've heard about this oppression in the workplace. I mean, you just gave the example, and this is what it looks like, where it's like they want you to get in line, don't speak out, keep your head low. If you see abuse, don't say nothing. No, you see
Yeah.
something, say something.
Let evil reign supreme.
Yeah,
Good for
literally.
you.
That's right. Let that marinate.
Yeah, good for
Take
you.
that in.
Do not let evil reign supreme.
That's right. Well, you see her face? She's serious. She's not playing out here. Stacy OTS says, only honor what is real and sacred. Honor self. That's a quote right there. And it looks like there's more from Gina. She says, when I worked at the, is this the same one? Oh, here we are. When I worked at the daycare center in the baby room, I realized that they all had a problem with me because I wore beautiful flowing dresses and didn't care if I got dirty. They always had snarky comments. Stay free. Stay free.
Keep being beautiful. Just keep being beautiful. The world needs your beauty. We don't need the ugly. We don't need the ugly. Keep being beautiful. Make it a statement. Yes, I'm beautiful. That's right. I'm beautiful. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you see it. I don't mind getting a little, a little something on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in these fine clothes and I'm handling business.
What sense does it make for us to be walking around with post-apocalyptic torn pants and clothes to bring forth that future experience when we could be beautiful and comfortable? What are we choosing? It's such a metaphor for our lives. Are we choosing to walk around in torn, old, faded jeans on purpose when we could do anything we wanted, but because that's popular, have we bought into that? And now we're going to manifest that. We are calling that future forward where there are no clothes that don't have holes.
It's a psyop, LaOta.
Yeah,
it's a psyop. They got us. I know, let's make it cool. And then their minds will create that reality and we'll pump them with that.
Well, no, we'll be ready. Like, we'll be ready for when it comes.
Already have holy clothes. And
We
we're
are
talking
already
about divine.
Yeah, we already got all
Holy.
this. We're already in disgruntled disarray.
In the world, I'm going to be.
But do
We'll be
you
looking
know what
good.
it feels like to put on something fabulous
Yes, ma'am.
for no particular reason
Yes, ma'am.
and go to work
Yes, ma'am.
and pick up a baby? Well, maybe not.
Not quite.
And if the baby acts like a baby, a real sacred aspect of creation, it's all right. It's okay. Good for you. Good for you. The idea of feeling so good about what you have decided to represent yourself as changes the world one increment at a time. Good. And it's okay if you don't want to do that, but if you do, that's great. And she does, and yeah, they're snarky.
Forget them.
The answer to that is, shall they not be relevant in your experience?
We got another comment here lately on it. That understanding that we are eternal just really unraveled the shame lie that is so often pushed. When we mess up, we go into thinking that moment defines us,
Right.
and it does not. Learning from my past, ... She
Yay.
further says, is what will bring me, correction, learning from my past is what will bring freedom.
Yes.
Let it go and start over. Yes, thank you. I am allowing. ... The chat done skipped, but you got some thoughts on this, LaOta?
Oh, I love all of this. I love that you all are picking out the thing that resonates with you because it can give you strength. It is the thing that we don't know that we think, that we hold up. Something happened recently where someone did something. And it was a situation where under many conditions, people would be embarrassed because of their association, their parent, race, gender. People misbehave, and then everybody else feels like they have to be ashamed and they have to be held hostage because someone else has misbehaved. Have none of that. Have none of that. Do not let someone else's behavior that is less than what yours is bring you into a frequency where you lose your attainment, you lose your light, your flashlight goes off because they went and did something embarrassing. Stop. Keep your flashlight on. Keep shining. Don't allow for, that's the psyop. It's like, oh, don't you feel bad? Somebody did something, son, and they're associated with us tangentially through some, we're from the same neighborhood, the same school, the same this, the same that. They are related to me. Like, their bad behavior is not going to change me. What will happen is my light will change them. I will flame on. I will be greater. I will be truer. I will be more clear. I will do the thing that offsets whatever that is.
That's right.
You know, and if it doesn't offset it in them, it will offset it in somebody, because I'm going to do it that deeply. We are all connected. They cannot avoid the connection. You know, and I don't need to fall in the hole because they got muddy. Like, no, I'm not getting in the mud just because you fell in. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not doing that.
I'm taking it all in because I see so much the need for humans to click or snap into that reality, because again, this is solar plexus, and the the dampening, the diminishment of the light when, I don't know, you walk into a space, you see something, somebody say something, you hear something, as if it's an indicator of who and what you are. And it's like, again, that example or the analogy of turn on the light regardless, relentlessly. It don't matter what the reflection is showing you.
That's right. I mean, there are women who have 7 and 8 children, and you're going to hold them responsible for every bit of behavior that each one of those children has done that has not been at its highest experience. So now she is sentenced to a life of being distraught and in shame because of the children. No, 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 no. Like, let her sit in her clarity that they now have an opportunity to be better, because she will hold the light for them. I will hold the light. I'm going to shine you in the right direction. I hope you go there. Go or don't go.
That's right.
You know, I think that that's something that we are plagued with in humanity.
Most certainly.
You know, and it's relevant to this idea of truth. It's not the truth. You are not the responsible party for another soul's action. Every soul is not coming in at the same level of obtainment. You might be a ancient soul giving birth to a baby soul, and that baby soul may have 500 lifetimes to catch up.
Never learn how to use the toilet.
And it doesn't make sense for the ancient soul to be ashamed. It's like the ancient soul, that's just the way life is on the earth plane. You know, I'll see you on the next go around. 25,000 years from now, we'll see how you're doing.
You see, but it's these perspectives that I'm seeing as we have this conversation that helps us stay free, helps us stay within power. It's as though when we don't have the perspective of who we are in the context of the reality is due to the inundation with the lie, it's as though it's just a complete diminishment. But hearing this, it's just like expansion. It's like you are the chessboard.
Yeah,
you know, you're not playing no game with somebody else.
That's right. And it's the same thing when you're in a relationship with someone and you get tricked, you got trapped, you got tricked. You know, like, yeah, you didn't know it was going to be like that.
Yeah.
This is trial and error of the earth plane. This is not like something was after you. This is like, it's after all of us. It's after every one of us. And we all got trapped and tricked until the trial and error kicked in and we started making better choices and seeing more deeply into the truth of a person instead of the cute of a person.
I know that's right. Somebody write that quote down. That's something that I've been calling for, to see people, and not just from a romantic relationship, but in general, see people through the lens of frequency. What is your frequency?
Yeah, you got to ask the right questions.
Not what you look like.
Yeah, you got to ask the right
not
questions.
Not what you're saying. What's that frequency?
Yeah, because you put on, and sometimes you are bedazzled by the beauty of humanity. You know, but that's not the right question to ask.
Like, what's the frequency? What does this person calibrate? What's the baseline on the map of consciousness?
It's even more important. It's not what their baseline is, but is it a match? You know, because their baseline might be, you know, something that may work with you for a while and not forever. And who said anything needs to be forever when a being is eternal? That's a long time.
Yeah. gonna go into some other.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
stop.
like, hey, that is a long time. Let's switch it up a little bit. Lisbeth Alvarez is in the house. She says, "Love you guys. We love you too, Lisbeth." Gina sends her thanks and gratitude. Just gonna go to check out another comment or two, and then we're gonna jet out. I know it's so many comments here. I want to just again, even though we're not calling out each and every name, knowing that we see you, we honor you, we appreciate you all hanging out with us today for these elevated conversations. And so looks like I'm gonna call this out. This is Shanice. I'm so glad you put your name. Shanice says, "Baby, light body is the place to be to transform your life." She put a little butterfly fairy. I know that's right, Shanice. Thank you for shouting that out because
Get that get right light.
but yes, the get right light. Do you or someone you know is lacking in being right? If so, order get right light. So, so this is what I see that helps us sustain a lot of what you're sharing in terms of like this ferocity, this intensity that you speak with, the clarity that you speak with is the light. This taking it in and holding and adhering and recognizing who we are in a world of darkness
And
until
it
the rest of everything
imprints
catches flame.
it imprints the morphic feel of humanity just like it imprints the souls of the ones who are listening. Just like they can feel me, so can the world
You
feel
feel
it.
me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like that.
All right.
Enough of us do it, we'll change the world. We called for the truth. Okay, what are we going to do with it? What does the new shine that we open our eyes, what does the new world look like? Does it look like Epstein files? Or have we had enough of that? Does the new world look where like everyone's safe and free and not being pushed and squeezed and starved and poisoned? What does the new world look like? Does it look like we're safe amongst each other? You know, I always think about the joke I heard, I guess it's a joke, where a woman was asked, if you were to meet a man and a bear in the forest, which one would you be most afraid of? And she said, the man.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah. So let us have a world where that is not the truth. Let the divine masculine and the divine feminine be as one and protect everything else on the planet and all of our offspring. Let that be the new. Let the Epstein files just show us what will not be. Not that we shouldn't look. Not that, it didn't exist. Not that it's a lie, it's the truth. But let it not be the truth from here on out. Decide. That is not the world that I will inhabit.
That's right.
So if we can't change this one, I'm willing to go to another one.
You're like, come on, y'all. Timeline split.
I'm willing.
Mitosis. I'm with you. Let's do it.
That's two. Two of us.
What's good, man? You running
Three.
fast, man. Hey, young man in the back. We got somebody. He's in his own world.
Yes.
You want to come to our world? All right, never mind. All right, so may we begin wrapping up? I want to make sure we give some announcements. Just a little brief recap for anybody who's chiming in. Thank you all for joining us again. We appreciate you, and we're getting comments like breath of fresh air. We see you all appreciate it. Again, if you're with us and it's your first time here, like, subscribe, stay tuned every Thursday, 12 noon. That LaOta and I, we're here in these highly elevated conversations. Clearly, they're joyful, jubilant, excited, enthusiastic, but we also come in with that heat, that light, that truth. And also visit the Other Sun websites. Again, our 2 upcoming classes, DNA activation, and of course, the regularly occurring group class. That's a session every Sunday. It's light body movement. Join this movement and embodying the light. And you have any final thoughts, LaOta?
In Lakesh in Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude, integrity, discipline, and action. Thank you.